Yo, what's up? I'm just gonna do a reaction. I'm on the Draft Network right now, and one of their analysts, Benjamin Solak, he's come out with his second mock draft. I think it says 2.2. I don't really know why they do that. But yeah, we'll kind of see what he's thinking. It's good to get like different views from other draft people. Just kind of broaden your narrative. I'm not gonna go through all three rounds. I might skim through them. Trevor Lawrence, yeah. I mean, he just said they donated to Jacksonville. Lock it in. Zach Wilson, lock it in. Yeah, I might just go through it quickly to get all the rounds through. Justin Fields, number three. Yes, finally somebody picks Justin Fields. I've been saying this for such a long time. I don't think Mac Jones is a good option. So I would love Justin Fields there. And Kyle Pitts to the Falcons. I'd also like that. If they don't trade out, why not get a player like Kyle Pitts who's so dynamic, versatile player? That'd make your offense kind of lethal in Atlanta, which I would hate being a Saints fan. The Bengals, Penei Sewell, yeah, upgrade the offensive line. They kind of got their tackles set, but they could move stuff around and he could play tackle, but he could also play guard straight away. He will be starting because he's a good player. And the Dolphins, Jamar Chase. Yeah, Jamar Chase. That makes a lot of sense. He's the best receiver in the class personally, and the Dolphins, they could use a future receiver at that position. Will Fuller, 1 year contract. Devontae Adams. Devontae Parker's not really being that special, to be honest. So you get a good separator with Jamar Chase there. And the Lions, they go Trey Lance. Yeah, I like that. The Lions, they get their future quarterback. I mean, if Jared Goff doesn't turn out, like doesn't work, Trey Lance, you got him, so I'd like that. And he doesn't have to start straight away. I think it'd be good. He's a good developmental player. And Chargers, Patrick Surtain. Okay, so they trade up for Surtain. Launch and receive six. They traded their first and their third. Yeah, it's not horrible. They got six in return also, so it's not bad to trade it for the best cornerback in the class. And they're kind of cornerback needy team. And the Broncos, Micah Parsons. Yeah, he's a really good linebacker. I think Justin Fields. No, he did take Justin Fields. They could consider Mac Jones, but I guess with Mac Jones here, I'd prefer Micah Parsons in some ways because he really fits their system well. And the Cowboys, yeah, unfortunately, Patrick Surtain gets off the board for them. So they just pick the second best cornerback in the class with J.C. Horn. So it may also make sense. They really need cornerback. Giants, Jalen Waddle. I know Bengal like this. If you don't know him, he's a big Giants fan on YouTube. And yeah, Jalen Waddle, they got really good separated with them. Kind of a better Darius Slayton, who's kind of just. He's not an amazing deep threat, but I guess he's good for being like, I think it was a sixth round pick or seventh round pick. So Jalen Waddle, but he can be a really good number one receiver, I think, eventually in the league. And then the Eagles, Quiddy Pay. I've seen this before. I don't think Eagle fans would like it that much, but they don't have much on the edge, to be honest. They could go other ways. I think if is Devontae Smith, yeah, Devontae Smith on board, I would probably prefer that. But edge isn't amazing. Like Derek Barnett's been good. Brandon Ingram's old. Brett Graham, I mean, is old. So Quiddy Pay makes sense. It says, do you value him at pick 12? And then the Panthers with Sean Slater. They need a tackle. That's it. Makes sense. And can I scroll? I'll get a drink in the meantime. My laptop, I swear, is broken. It's literally breaking. It's breaking. Let's get this sucker underway. Okay, there. Vikings, Elijah Vera Tucker. Yeah, they could plug him at guard straight away. That'd probably be a good idea. He could play tackle, not his best position. But, I mean, could it pay off the board who I would consider for them? It makes sense. And then the Bears, they trade up for Mac Jones. Oh damn! I don't know about Mike. I'm not high on Mike Jones. He could be better than Mitchell Trubisky was, but I'm not sure if that's his ceiling. Like I don't know if he'll be better than than Mitchell Trubisky. To be honest, who they did lose. So I mean, you're not getting the best quarterback in the class. Like I think if they really wanted to make a change, make a good pick, they'd trade up really far. But I mean, it's not bad. And then the Cardinals, Devontae Smith. Yeah, he's a really good receiver. Makes sense for them. They could use possibly another good, deep, good route runner. And then the Raiders, Jalen Phillips. They don't need edge as much, but you could still use edge. And Jalen Phillips, I guess, is a he does have those injury concerns. You did sign Yannick Ngakoue. You've got Max Crosby. But, I mean, you could use a lot of edge. I maybe would prefer Christian Barmore because they lost players on the interior like Maurice Hurst. And Dolphins, Zayvon Collins. They need a linebacker. They're a bit needy there. Zayvon Collins could also play edge because he's like 270, so it's kind of just what they wouldn't do. They could probably play him edge. And Washington, Christian Darrisaw. Yeah, Christian Darrisaw, if he falls to here, which is a definite possibility for Washington, I think it'd be a really good pick. Yeah, the tackles aren't amazing, so Christian Darrisaw could be really good. They've kind of just been average. And the Patriots, Christian Barmore, yeah, they trade down, still got the best defensive lineman in this class. I think that's a really good pick. I think they could even consider him at their first pick because teams seem to be very high on Barmore. And then Alex Leatherwood, wow, this is a weird one. I mean, I don't think he's the best guard on the board. And Tevin Jenkins is here, who I think is better. Even like Sam McCosme is better. Alex Leatherwood could probably be a guard, better than a center. So I'm not sure about him. I wouldn't like that. Titans, Rashad Bateman. Yeah, they really need a receiver. Makes sense. And then the Jets, Caleb Farley. Yeah, also, they need cornerbacks, so they're just taking needs. Caleb Farley, he does have that concern, but he's a very talented cornerback, so if he is healthy, then they have no corner, so they do need him. Steelers, Najee Harris is a definite possibility. I do think a running back will be taken in the first round. Probably Najee Harris is just who, and then the Steelers would probably be a good option for that. I think though Tevin Jenkins would be a better pick, to be honest. Jags, JOK. They don't need linebacker that much. I guess he could play the slot. That's probably what they would do. Yeah, that makes sense if he does play the slot. They don't really got an amazing slot. They don't got really slot cornerbacks. They got Henderson and Shaquille Griffin who are more outside corners. So you could play in the slot and box. I don't mind it. And then the Bills, Azeez Ojulari. Yeah, they could use an edge defender. They traded up for Azeez, though. I guess if they think somebody will take him and they're high on him, it would make sense, so I don't. Ravens, Trayvon Moehrig. Yeah, their safeties aren't that bad. Like, they didn't play horrible, but Trayvon Moehrig is a very, versatile safety. You can use it so many different ways, so I wouldn't mind it. And, yeah, the Saints get Greg Newsome. I would love that. The Saints got Greg Newsome in pick 20. If he falls them, I don't think the Saints should even consider anybody else unless somebody amazing's on the board that they just love. But Greg Newsome, the Saints really need cornerback, and I would love that fit and just really good cornerback. I would love it for the Saints. Me Saints. And then the Packers get Tevin Jenkins. Yeah, if he's on the board, I don't see why the Packers wouldn't take him. David Bakhtiari, I think he's meant to be out for a couple weeks maybe. I'm not too sure about that, but Tevin Jenkins, he's a really good tackle. He could play opposite of David Bakhtiari also. So I like it. And then the Browns, Jason Owe. Yeah, they still get an edge rusher. They trade back, get Jason Owe. That's an alright pick. The edge isn't that big of a need anymore. If Christian Barmer's here, actually, I'd probably like that more, but I'm not going to blame him too much. And then the Chiefs, Terrace Marshall. This before the trade. They did trade away this pick, so this wouldn't happen in real life, so I'll kind of ignore that, but that would be a nice pick. The Eagles trade up for Eric Stokes. I don't know, is anybody really going to take Eric Stokes, threaten them before they get their pick, because they still got a pretty high pick in the second round? I think they could get him in the second round without trading 3 picks away to get him when he's not the best even cornerback on the board. I think Asante Samuel will be better than that. Bro, don't look, guys. You didn't see anything, did you? Okay, second round. Ooh, Jags, Sam McCosme. Yeah, they can improve the tackle position, and he's really good tackle. And then the Jets, Joe Tryon, high upside player. The Jets could probably take a shot on him. Falcons, Liam Eichenberg. Yeah, Liam Eichenberg would probably play guard straight away because the guard position is very weak. They kind of got nobodies there. The players, John Carpenter is trash. So he could play tackle and guard, so he's a good player. Dolphins, Travis Etienne, yeah, they get their number one running back. I prefer probably Javonte Williams, just be a better player, I guess. But Travis Etienne also can catch the ball. Bucks, Elijah Moore, that'd be a really good pick. They trade back, get future picks also, and still get a player they consider at their first pick. I think that'd be a steal. And Bengals, Kadarius Toney, yeah, they just get a better John Ross, I think, to be honest. And then they don't have to pick receiver in the first round. Jamar Chase still get a really good receiver in the second. I'd like it. And then the Panthers, Jamin Davis, yeah, high upside linebacker, got a lot of hype lately. Really good athlete, and the Panthers are a bit weak at linebacker. Like they got Shaq Thompson, they signed Denzel Perriman, but they're not amazing, I guess. So it's a definite possibility, and if he's on there, they might not want to pass. And Broncos, Landon Dickerson, yeah, he's a center though. I mean, are they already giving up on Lloyd Cushenberry? That's a bit weird, I guess. There's probably better players you could take at this point. So you give up on Lloyd Cushenberry already for Landon Dickerson, probably a better prospect, but a bit strange. Definite possibility though. And then Lions, Rondo Moore. Yeah, he's a really good athlete. They need another receiver. I think they took one in the first round also. I can't actually remember though. But even if they don't, then they still got a good receiver there who has very high upside. But good athlete. And then Giants, Peyton Turner. Yeah, Peyton Turner, he could probably go around this range. It probably wouldn't be the best pick. There's probably better players like Joseph Osai or something. But the Giants could use an edge player. And the Niners, Kelvin Joseph. He kind of just seems like a 49ers player. And the Niners need cornerback pretty badly. So they can get a good player in the second round of Kelvin Joseph, I think. So that'd be nice. Cowboys, Jabril Cox. Yeah, Sean Lee's like trash. I think he's gone. And they don't really got a lot of speed at the linebacker position, and Jabril Cox can really be that and can cover very well, so makes sense. And the Jags, they go for Levi Almerziki. The Jags D-line probably isn't their biggest need now. They signed so many players on that D-line, so I feel like you're just getting too much players in a way. Like, you can address other needs, like receiver maybe would be nice. Did they take receiver up here, though? No, they didn't, so why not? But you can definitely see if they're really high on him. And the Patriots, Baron Browning. Yeah, Baron Browning in some way just seems like a Patriots player. Like, just a big physical player who can rush the passer. So, yeah. And then the Chargers, Dylan Radunes. Yeah, so they don't pick a tackle in the first round. Still got a potential starting tackle straight away in Dylan Radunes, who, yeah, is a really good prospect. Just didn't play against a mid in competition. It's going to be preference. And Raiders, Brady Christensen. Yeah, he'd be a pretty good player, to be honest. There, they still get him in the second round. Don't have to pick edge in the first. Also, kind of same situation. And then the Cardinals, Melifonu. Yeah, cornerback's their biggest need, and they can get Melifonu, who has definitely high upside. Is quite like not that technical, but amazing athlete. And the Dolphins, they get Joseph Osai. So they get Zayvon Collins, who can probably be an edge rusher, so maybe not Joseph Osai in a way, because he is an edge rusher from that position. But maybe if they want Zayvon Collins to just play typical linebacker, then it could make sense. Washington, Pete Werner, he's gotten quite a lot of hype. The linebacker position, like, it's kind of just going to be preference, like who you're going to have where. And Washington could probably use they could use another linebacker because they're not that good there. Kind of the only really big need. And the Bears, Dami Brown, good separator. And they could use receivers. And then Titans, Asante Samuel. Yeah, cornerback needy team. Asante Samuel was a really good player. Falls to 53, which is pretty surprising. But you never know in the draft. And Colts, Elijah Molden. This is a bit strange. They already got their slot cornerback. What are you thinking? Are they going to convert him back to safety? Did he just forget that they have a slot corner already? Because he's not going to play outside Elijah Molden. So that's a bit strange. Tyson Campbell probably a better pick, who just went to the Steelers, who need a cornerback. So that also makes sense, that pick. And Seahawks, Carl Basham. Yeah, that'd be a good fit. Carlos Basham can play the inside also. And he's just a really good player. Rams, Creed Humphrey. Yeah, they get their center. Their center position is quite a big need. And they can definitely dress out with their first pick, get a good quality starter. Amari Rodgers, yeah, this is quite high for him. But the Ravens, their receiver position isn't that deep, so I like it. David Nixon to the Browns. they still got defensive tackle in the second round. Makes sense. They addressed edge and then got to just really fix up that D line, which would be pretty brutal. The Saints, Gregory Rousseau, damn, big upside player. I mean, he's kind of just a same as Marcus Davenport in a way, like very raw player you have to develop. But he could develop into a really good player. But I don't feel like edge is our biggest need. We got players there. Like we got three really raw player like coming out of college, like Tano Kapasengau, Gregor Rousseau, and Marcus Davenport. Bill Javonte Williams. They improved the run by position, I think, and yeah, I don't mind it. Packers, Paulson Adebo, corner. I really like Paulson Adebo, so this would be a good pick. Chiefs, Al Robinson, slot corner. Yeah, their Chiefs corners aren't that amazing, so I wouldn't mind it. And then the Bucks, Wyatt Davis. Yeah, they got themselves a good guard who could potentially take over from that position. So third round, Jags, Javon Holland. Yeah, they still got him in the third round. They could probably consider him in the first or second. He can play slot and free safety. And then Jets, Quinn Meinherz. Damn, Quinn Meinherz. I love Quinn Meinherz, man. Not in like that way, but like the sexual way. But yeah, Quinn Meinherz can play guard and center. Probably be a good center, but is very raw. And then Texans, Milton Williams. Yeah, he's a really good freak athlete, man, who can play edge and D line. That's a really good high upside player, and the Texans, they probably need to pick players like that, to be honest. Like, this is their first pick, kind of nasty. And then the Falcons, Ronnie Perkins, they really need production from the edge position. Like, their leading sack leader, like, their sack leader last year was Deion Jones, which was a linebacker. Like, it kind of just shows. Bengals, Pat Fryermuth. Yeah, Bengals don't really got much at tight end. They got, is it Drew Sample and, I mean, Drew Sample's not good, but they've got that other tight end, I can't remember his name, but they're just not they're not that good. They're alright, but Pat Fryermuth can be a really good tight end. And the Eagles and Monroe St. Brown, yeah, good possession receiver. If they don't pick a receiver early, then they could probably get one of these types of receivers later on, which I think would be a good option. And then the Broncos, they go for Kellen Mond. Yeah, if they think he can be better than Drew Lock, he definitely has the upside. They can probably have a good competition in camp and kind of gun it out for the number one quarterback position. And Kellen Mond, very high upside, man. Lions, Nick Bolton, linebacker. Yeah, he's a good linebacker, man. And the Lions need another linebacker because they're pretty weak at that position, and that would really help their defense. Panthers, Tommy Tremble, good blocking tight end, which they like. Kind of lost their blocking tight end, so that makes sense. And Washington, Jamar Johnson. Yeah, Cameron Curl was good last year, but I don't think you. I think Jamar Johnson can be a really good safety, and they don't got a lot of needs. Washington, so I think they can take a good player who can kind of make that defense lethal now. Cowboys, Janarius Robinson. Yeah, Janarius Robin, like the Cowboys do need edge, so it does make sense. I don't think he's the best edge on the board, probably. I'm not that high on him. He just didn't really show that much, but the Cowboys, they could take a shot. It's realistic. Giants, Jalen Mayfield, yeah, they get him in the third round. That'd be pretty decent. He could replace Nate Solder and probably be better. He definitely has that upside because he's a really good athlete. And then the Panthers, Davis Mills. Yeah, I guess he could probably compete with Sam Darnold, and if Sam Darnold doesn't turn out, maybe you switch to Davis Mills. So they could take a shot on Davis Mills if they really like him. Vikings, Jordan Smith, edge UAB. The Vikings need edge. I don't think they addressed it in this draft already. So I probably just a bit of a kind of just trying to get whoever is there, and I guess Jordan Smith is that. He has really good arm length. Just isn't a massive player, but it wouldn't make sense, I guess. They need edge. And back-to-back picks for the Raiders. They go Richie Grant, very versatile safety. I think they really good value here. And they get Tommy Togai. Yeah, they lost players on their D-line. They lost Maurice Hurst, who they let go, and Arden Key. So they really bulk it up there. Good run defender. Dolphins Divine Diablo. Yeah, he's been getting a lot of hype. People really like Divine Diablo, and other people are less high on him. But yeah, they could plug him in at safety. Football team, they get Tylan Wallace. That'd be a really good pick here in the third round. That'd be a pretty good steal, so I'd like that. Bear Spencer Brown, Northern Iowa. Yeah, high upside raw player, but they could take a shot on him in the third round. Their O line's pretty atrocious. Eagles, Tyree Gillespie. Yeah, they could definitely do that. Safety isn't that strong of a need, and you could probably get a starter like him in the third round, which he can be. And Titans, Brevin Jordan, yeah, they get more weapons, which they need on that offense after losing Johnny Smith. He can kind of replace him in that role as a good athlete. That's kind of like his comp, to be honest. It'd be a pretty good pick. And the Jets, they go Nico Collins. Yeah, Nico Collins is a pretty decent player. He's just a really good contested catcher, so you just throw him up the ball, I guess, for in the Jets' sake, and he could make a play, be a good option, good weapon. Yeah, Steeler Jackson Carman. Yeah, Jackson Carman could go much earlier this in real life. So if the Steelers get him here, he can play tackle straight away, and then it just kind of makes the other picks for Steelers look really good. And then the Rams, Cameron McGrone. Yeah, I like Cameron McGrone. He was in my top 50 players in the draft. He was my number 50 player. That's just how much I like him. He didn't play a lot, but he was just such a good player when he was on the field, and I just think he has that upside. So that'd be a good pick for the Rams. And then the Browns, Dwayne Eskridge. I like Dwayne Eskridge. He's a bit older, but the Browns get another really good weapon. So yeah, Vikings, Elijah Griffin. Yeah, they kind of need corner now, like the issues they got there with Jeff Gladney. So yeah, Browns, Ben Cleveland. Yeah, I mean their O line's pretty good. I think. Do they really need a guard? Can't remember. No, I don't think they do. Joe Batonio. They don't really need O line. I guess that's a bit weird. Amir Smith Marset. Packers pick up receiver. Probably not. I mean, I would like a receiver earlier, to be honest. But yeah. And then the Bills, Benjamin St. Juice. Good corner. Makes sense. Ben James, Nebraska, Chiefs. He could be a good rotational player or a starter, but they probably don't need him now. After the trade, you'd probably change his pick, to be honest. Bucks, Michael Carter. Yeah, that'd be a good pick at this point for Michael Carter. Robert Rochelle to the Patriots, good corner, blah, blah, blah. Well, high upside, not really that amazing. Chargers, Quincy Roche. Yeah, probably good value for Quincy Roche. He can be a good rotational player. Saints, Darius Washington. He's kind of, I don't know about this for the Saints. I wouldn't like it that much, but they could definitely use maybe a safety if they don't bring back Marcus Williams. Cowboys, J. Tufeli. Yeah, bulk up that D line. And then Hampton and Shale Dean. Box safety, Lions, they get a slot corner, Sean Wade. 49ers, Josh Myers. They get a guard, their interior is not that amazing. Rams, Stone Forsett. Yeah, he's a massive player, and 6'8", 315. And he can maybe replace Thingy when he retires. Whitworth. And then Ravens, Cameron Sample. I love this fit for the Ravens. It'd be really good. And then Lee McNeil, hell yeah. They get a good nose tackle. Better than Shy Tuttle or Malcolm Roach. Like an actual amazing nose tackle and who can stop the run and rush the passer. So I'd love that. So I hope you enjoyed. This was Benjamin Solak's mock draft. I kind of had to rush through the last pick because it's been 23 minutes, but I hope